Just a few years ago, the whole world kind of just assumed Iran's military was stuck in the past. Isolated by heavy international sanctions, everyone thought their capabilities were, well, effectively stalled. But recent months have completely shattered that narrative. The secret technologies Iran was quietly building completely away from the public eye are now coming to light. And honestly, the reports are genuinely staggering. So let's dive into this explainer and uncover what they've been hiding. Here is how we're going to break this down. 1. The sanctions illusion. 2. Dominating the skies. 3. Land and urban warfare. 4. Stealth on the seas. 5. The strategy behind the tech. And 6. A new Middle East. Section 1. The sanctions illusion. The contrast here is just massive. For years, the global expectation, from America all the way to Israel, was that Iran was militarily backward, totally crippled by economic and technological embargoes. But the reality? They weren't stagnating at all. They were secretly developing a highly advanced military arsenal in the shadows, just waiting for the right moment to reveal it to the world. Section 2. Dominating the skies. Okay, let's look at the actual hardware, starting way up in the air. Now, if you picture a modern radar aircraft, you probably imagine a massive rotating disc mounted right on top, right? Well, Iran's Global Eye radar aircraft doesn't have that disc, but its capabilities are still off the charts. While flying, it can clearly detect incredibly small objects thousands of kilometers away. Inside, it's essentially a flying fortress of data. It houses an advanced control room where more than 16 operators can work simultaneously to continuously monitor the airspace, detect suspicious signals, and even decode enemy satellite communications. And because it flies several kilometers above the ground, it easily evades ordinary ground-based radar, while it actively patrols southern deserts and monitors the entire Middle East. Now, this is a massive leap. Reaching this level of elite aerial surveillance was something previously thought to be completely exclusive to superpowers like the United States and Russia. They haven't just caught up, they've entered an entirely new tier. Section 3. Land and Urban Warfare. Bringing it back down to the ground, we have the Plasan Garder. Built by the Iranian company Plasan, this is a heavy-duty combat vehicle built for maximum soldier protection. It's wrapped in 6-inch thick special steel, making it incredibly resilient against high-powered bullets and small missiles. But its absolute craziest feature? It can actually survive mine explosions directly beneath it. The military uses it as a mobile command center, for border patrols, and for troop transport. And despite all that heavy armor, its advanced suspension lets it tear through rough terrain in sandy deserts at speeds of 90 to 100 kilometers per hour. But it's not all about traditional combat. Iran's also been focusing heavily on urban control. Enter the police barricade tactical vehicle. Instead of dragging barricades to a riot, this vehicle literally is the barricade. Within seconds, it can deploy a massive defensive wall that rises 10 feet high and extends nearly 30 feet wide. It creates an instant fortress right on the street. And, if that wasn't enough, the front is equipped with blinding flashlights and a high-pressure water cannon that can clear a crowd in moments. To put that into perspective, the deployed wall from this single vehicle isn't just for show. It is structurally capable of withstanding up to 40 tons of weight. It is an absolute beast, perfectly tailored for emergency road blockades and severe urban combat. Section 4. Stealth on the Seas. Let's take this out to the water. Meet the FNS MAV. This thing functions basically like a highly mobile mini-tank that doesn't stop when it hits the shoreline. It's an advanced amphibious combat vehicle carrying 12 to 16 fully armed soldiers at once. It travels at 45 kilometers per hour on the water and then speeds up to 90 kilometers per hour the second it hits land. Plus, it's packing modern sensors, machine guns, and even short-range missile systems. Moving deep beneath the surface, we have the Kronos submarine. It's a tiny, incredibly stealthy vessel. It only houses 4 naval crew members, but it's specifically designed to secretly monitor or infiltrate enemy bases right on the ocean floor. It dives thousands of feet deep, completely evading enemy sonar using advanced stealth tech. Because it can remain submerged, quietly conducting surveillance for more than 3 days straight, it serves as an invisible eye in the deep water. Back on the surface, there's the Oksam speedboat. Built for security ops on the sea or in rivers, it's heavily fortified to withstand bullets and even small missile strikes. It's bristling with radar receivers and machine guns. But the absolute most dangerous thing about the Oksam? It's completely unmanned. Because no humans actually need to be on board, these craft are fully capable of executing devastating suicide attacks, turning them into high-speed explosive projectiles targeting enemy warships. And the speed is terrifying. Even weighed down with heavy armor and weaponry, these unmanned boats can rip across the water at an extreme 120 kilometers per hour. Trying to track and stop an armored, unmanned boat moving that fast is a total nightmare for any naval defense system.
Section 5. The strategy behind the tech.
So, having seen all this hardware, we have to ask the multi-billion-dollar question. How on earth was Iran able to develop such advanced technology while under strict international sanctions? That is exactly the question intelligence agencies all over the world are scrambling to figure out. A huge part of the answer is reverse engineering. Domestic Iranian engineers didn't just start from scratch. They meticulously gathered technology from various sources, pulled it completely apart to understand how it ticked, and then modified and improved it domestically to suit their specific military needs. They basically built an independent, highly advanced arsenal just by learning from everyone else. But they weren't doing it entirely alone. Experts believe this domestic engineering was quietly and secretly accelerated by partnerships with countries like Russia, China, and North Korea. This backdoor cooperation gave Iranian scientists the vital access they needed to bypass the international blockades and rapidly scale up their tech. Section 6. A new Middle East. Stepping back to look at the macro impact, we're seeing a total paradigm shift. America and its allies assumed sanctions would stop military growth, but the reality is that Iran's technological rise is actively reshaping the entire balance of power in the Middle East. The playing field has completely changed, and the world is just now waking up to how capable they really are. Ultimately, this is the real message Iran is sending by making all of this public. Taking the veil off these secret projects is a massive demonstration of sheer endurance. It proves a firm resolve to overcome global isolation and reach their goals, absolutely no matter what obstacles are put in their way. Which leaves us with one final, unavoidable question. What do these growing capabilities and soaring new tensions mean for the future of the Middle East? As we wrap up this explainer, we really have to wonder how the international community is going to respond to this entirely new era of regional security. When the old rules of sanctions and isolation no longer apply, how will the world handle a fully equipped, technologically advanced Iran? It's a reality that will undoubtedly shape the coming decades. Keep learning, stay curious, and we'll catch you in the next explainer.